I was thinking as I was taking on, I thought, I don't know who's going to tell the car. I might have to get Sir Alan Sugar in to tell it it's been fired. I don't need it. Because what I've done, I must have done 5 hours on my bike today. I couldn't concentrate that long in a car. I couldn't, because it's just, you stay concentrating on the bike. Somebody said to me once, when I couldn't sleep after cycling, it's often after 5 miles I can't sleep, and they say, you're not only you're balancing, you're steering and looking out for trucks and stuff like that. It puts you on edge. But yeah, I mean, the car would fix, but I don't need it right now. And the only thing I really have it for is picking the shopping up. But I got a trike when I took it off the road, because my licence was about to run out, and I was only going to change the top third of the engine because it was burning oil. And it's semi-synthetic, but it's, the proper stuff, it's 40 quid a gallon. It's expensive, and it's what's going in the atmosphere, isn't it? If it's going through the engine and coming out of smoke from the exhaust, in the exhaust streams, you don't want to breathe that in. But what is synthetic oil? I thought it was man-made, but no, it's kind of modified. They modified the molecules. I thought they were actually synthesized in the oil, but no, they modified the molecules to make them all uniform, and it just lasts longer and performs better. But when I was at college in '88, they were saying that an all-plastic engine that was sealed for 100,000 miles, maintenance-free, but they still don't have them in the cars. Because that's what they said. If you lighten a car too much, it doesn't have as much grip, which I found with, I think, did I have a 106 with that problem as well, a Peugeot 106? Yeah, if you braked it, you couldn't brake on snow with it. The 106 didn't have anti-lock brakes, but yeah, it's snow. They're very bad on snow with a lightweight engine. The engine in that the whole engine is the same weight as the main casting from an Austin Mini. 10.5 stone, the main casting. The main casting on that is just over a stone. I know that's old money, but I mean, it's 10 times lighter, isn't it, really? And that's the thing, if you lighten them too much, you have to put spoilers on them. That's where they have them on racing cars, for more grip. But it is getting to the point where if you brake heavily on snow, well, it won't work with anti-lock brakes. The thing to do with them is just take the fuse out, because ABS and traction control, on snow, it just completely confuses it. It's the same on gravel, which is what they found with the rally cars I worked on. It didn't work on gravel, because the thing was, if they locked the wheels, it actually slowed down faster, because in thick gravel and stuff like that, it piled up in front of the tyres and slowed the car down. But yeah, that's what I've heard. You should, if you're going out in a car that has ABS or traction control, the best thing to do is take the fuse out and it'll disable it. And of course, yeah, you can get ABS for bikes now, push bikes. That one, yeah, doesn't really need it, but it's like most, it has disc brakes, and that's a lightweight bike. And if you brake too hard with the front brake, I know you're not supposed to, but if you put the front brake on first, the rear wheel will lift off the road. And if you brake too heavily with the front wheel, if you don't balance it very well, the back end slides about, because it unloads the back tyre and it slides about because it locks. I don't know. I mean, it's an expensive bike for me, but the car, well, I just haven't the energy to do it. I mean, the tyre front's tied in first, because I am going to trip over something first. I stand on something, I do trip over, and I've nearly fallen. I have fallen quite a few times and not landed on anything hard, but one of these days I'm going to poke my eye out on something, and it's not a good idea. It might be best to tidy up first before I carry on with the car, if I ever do. One at neighbour said he's trying to leave it in there. Because he does. He leaves his there. It was ages ago. He had a flat battery, and I took it off for him, and it took me, was it 2.5 hours to take the battery off? Whoever designed that battery mounting once hanging, of firing or whatever, it was terrible. And when I put it back in after it charged it, getting it into position, I dropped it into the tray. It isn't in a tray, actually, it's in a box. I accidentally dropped it on its side. That wouldn't do it any good. It would, it's an electrolyte in it. They have, the lead acid ones, they have a coating on the plates, and if you drop them out, obviously it happens when you're going down the road, the coating comes off. I mean, it will go back on as it charges, but it doesn't do them any good. And he put a new battery, and I said to him, there was nothing wrong with that one. But it's been stood there for ages now. I haven't seen him for a while, but I don't know where he is. But that's the thing. It's been stood there for ages. It'll be flat again. I said to him, you can get, what they call the panels, I forget what they're called, the charger, solar panels. You can get one to stick in your windscreen to keep your battery charged. and they'll work off daylight. They don't have to have sunlight. That would keep that battery charged, and he won't have a problem with it. But he hasn't got one. He's paid, was it paid 120 quid for a battery? I told him there was nothing wrong with it. If you get those little, well, they're not, they just put them inside the windscreen. They're about 10 quid. It would have saved that battery, because he's thrown a good one away, if you ask me. He said he took it to garage, and I think they said, you want a new one? I told him he didn't want one, because if it was a bad one, it just wouldn't take charge. I don't know, he's left it there. It's gone right through winter until they ruined it.